That's okay. We'll just do an intro about the Super Bowl. No, it's cool. We'll just edit it in later. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, both teams are two-syllable words, right? The Broncos and the Panthers. I'll just mouse something 2 syllables and we'll fill it in later. Wow! What a crazy game, right? I can't believe the
Broncos
won. And there was that play where that one guy from the
Broncos
scored a touchdown. It was incredible. Sure was a tough loss for the
Panthers.
Wasn't it? That was... wow. In fact, I was talking with people earlier, right? And I said, I know, I just have this feeling that the
Broncos
are gonna win and the final score is gonna be
24-10.
Right? Turns out I was right. Yeah. Dude, no one will ever notice. Yes, I'm sure by now everyone will be talking about the spectacle that is the Super Bowl. But there is another event this week that sometimes causes, well, a little bit of a spectacle itself. Ash Wednesday. I mean, think about it, right? The intensity, the drama, the pyrotechnics. Wait, you guys don't use pyrotechnics? Well, how do you get the ash? Huh. And the one thing that usually gets some buzz around this time of year is the amount of celebrities and or just people in general who leave the ash on their forehead all day or evening. To me, this is always a bit of an interesting discussion. There are some who do it as just a matter of personal piety, and they have the freedom to do that as a Christian. But there's always the question of whether or not you're just making a spectacle of yourself. I went to Ash Wednesday service. Did you? It's kind of like the social pressure of the I voted sticker. Yeah, who's the better citizen now, bitch? You know you think it. And while the application of ashes on the forehead is a long-standing Christian tradition that carries with it a lot of meaning in the season of repentance, does leaving it on throughout the day benefit anyone? Which really gets to the heart of the question, doesn't it? Why? Why leave it on? Some people might say that it presents an opportunity to witness. The use of ashes is a very common biblical action that is used to indicate someone returning to the Lord after sin. It's a recognition that we are but mere men and women, unholy people before a holy God. In fact, it's intended to remind us of our mortality, as the priest or the pastor takes the ashes, puts them on our head, and says, "For you are dust, and to dust you shall return." And when others see the ashes, it might spark a conversation as to what they are or what they mean, and that might present further opportunity to speak about your faith. Although some people may say that there are better opportunities to do that than walking around in public with an ash cross on your forehead. That is assuming that your pastor or priest is well practiced in the art of making an ash cross. Otherwise, it just looks like your drunk friend decided to poke you in the forehead while you were getting fingerprinted at the police station. Boop. Or it looks like you just got out of a concert of your favorite death metal band. A Christian death metal band. That's a thing. So if it's a statement, what is it a statement of? If the only way that people know you're a Christian is by walking into a Denny's with an ash blob on your forehead, you're doing it wrong. It's not meant to shame those who just couldn't get to worship services that day, or even Christians who they don't practice the imposition of ashes, or even non-believers who, quite frankly, don't care. See, the ashes are for you. They're a reminder that as we make our way to the cross on Good Friday, we should take a moment, step back, and remember what put him there in the first place. It is a time to give thanks that while we will return to dust, we will not remain dust. So if you are serious about using that mark to explain that to someone, awesome, go for it. But if not, then I would encourage you to just, think about it. Do you think that the imposition of ashes is still a very important practice for the church today? Are you a keeper or a cleaner? Let us know in the comments down below, or on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram using the hashtag ForthrightTV. I'm Anthony Creedon, and I'm just trying to be forthright. And a blessed Lenten season to you. Yeah, I did the imposition of ashes when I was in the parish. And I have to say, I always felt super guilty if I was the guy that put the big blob on their head. Right? And it's harder than you would think it is, because it's a mixture of ash and oil. So sometimes you're not paying attention. You're just dipping your thumb in and putting it on, right? So sometimes you wouldn't see that a giant glob got on your thumb and you'd be like, right? But you can't react. You can't say anything. So you're just next, right? You don't want to say anything, but you feel horrible. You're praying that they don't go out into public like that with this giant blob on their forehead, because then you look like the idiot, right? You know what we need? We need like confirmands or altar boys with like water spray bottles and like rags that are ready to go. Kind of like a pit crew in racing. You can like flag them down. They'll come over like, tss, tss, tss. All right, go ahead. And you can do it again. Beautiful.